All right. To begin, this is going to be a new video for most. It actually covers an issue that a lot of people may not want to think about. And my name is Ed. I'm basically in my 60s, early 60s. Okay, so I still have enough energy to do a lot of different things. Uh, I am a amputee. Okay, so basically, 1 year ago in November, okay, I lost my first leg. After that, it was only about 8 or 9 months that I lost my second leg. Mine was due to infection. A lot of people have different reasons why they actually lose a limb. Sometimes people think, like, well, it's a diabetic thing. And I've been tested for all kinds of different things as far as diabetes. My blood sugars were good. Everything was good. I would catch an infection and I would lose a digit on my foot. So it started like big toe and infection and lose a digit. When I say lose a digit, it could mean just the bone. It may not mean the whole toe itself. It could be a bone in my foot too. So, on the most part, I do mean, a toe. But, so I would lose a digit on the right one, then I'd lose one on the left. Lose one on the right, lose one on the left. And this happened every year, it would switch. So every 2 years, it would go back to the original leg. Anyway, things were going good. I was working on board a boat in Lake Michigan, and there was like a dinner cruiser, tour boats, things like that, taxi boats, all kinds of different vessels. The thing is, you get to a point where you're wondering, could it be something where you got a shoe full of water and you had a bruise on your foot? I mean, it could be. Anything's possible. The other thing is, I'm 6'8". Okay, and right now, because of the amputations, I'm actually 5'8". And it's kind of a cute story because I had an OT, which is occupational therapist. She came in with a group of people, and I told her that story. I said, "Well, I'm 6'8", and now I'm 5'8". And then she goes, "So you lost a foot?" And I'm like, "Okay, where's that drummer on the side going to dun dun?" Because it was so funny. I think if it was anybody else, maybe she would be like in trouble. But I'm like, I got a sense of humor about it. It was going on with me for like 14 years roughly. I'm going to call it 14 years. And basically, I'm in a good position. Uh, I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to sit in the corner and say that's it. I'm done. No, there's a lot more to life. The thing is, you got to be a little safer uh, when you're working like this. Uh, when you fall, you don't just bounce off your legs again and jump up. Uh, I've actually fallen. Uh, Actually, I fell backwards on a wheelchair, and the wheelchair just tilted over, and I went kerplunk, totally backwards, and I was flat on the floor. When I say flat on the floor, I fell flat, which was good because I probably did not harm anything doing, having that fall. I was just able to get up and, get myself to my feet again. Interesting way that I did that, in which I'll tell you about all these different things as we go on. I'm going to make a number of videos. We're going to try this out and see. A lot of it's going to be like reviewing different things like wheelchairs. There's transfer boards. There's ways of getting up and down off the floor. Things that you may not think about. equipment that you may think about, and it may have a good purpose, but you may use it for more than one purpose. It may be good for a couple different purposes. Okay, right now I am looking at a table, okay, and I got the camera and everything posted on the table, okay, and it's a bed table. I got different ideas as far as bedding, different ideas. I got a stair climber. Stair climber, I mean, not a stair climber, but a step, like aerobic step. You're going to say, why an aerobic step? Well, the thing is, if you're trying to get off the floor, you may have to get up one level at a time, almost stepping up. So I bring myself over to a couch, stair, the step goes in front of the couch, and then I bounce my way up onto the couch, one step at a time. If I can't do it with the cushion on the couch, I take the cushion, move it over, get onto the couch, and then move the cushion back over once I'm finagle myself a little bit around. So there's simple things for your safety that'll work. So anyway, um, we're gonna dive right into it. I'd say let's jump in both feet. I do have the other one too. Uh, Basically, this is what a prosthesis looks like. Okay, you got a foot and everything. This is actually a pin type. Okay, there's a little switch over here, and it actually unlocks the pin inside. So when you go like this, it unlocks, and then you can hop out of your leg. Okay, we're going to go over everything that's in these. Um, we're going to start off with how we uh, go with these. Um, First off, like I said, I had my first leg removed. Now, a lot of people, you're wondering, what's the timeline of all this? And this is something that really bothered me because there wasn't anybody that was really telling me too much. And it was a surprise party, every single movement. So, here we go. First thing that happens, you at the hospital, and you make that drastic decision of having your leg removed. Some people have it done before. Uh, Basically, for some people, there's uh, no other way to go except to remove the leg. I actually had my first leg removed. First, I had half the foot removed. Then they found that it wouldn't heal right. So what happened is I had the leg removed after that, and that was with a vascular surgeon, and did an excellent job. And he put about 40 staples. So I have a scar, and they call it a residual, what you have left after your surgery. Um, the residual, some people call it a stump. I like residual better. Um, After you get the stitches, they're healed. Takes about 2 weeks that you stop in his office. You set up an appointment. You stop in there 2 weeks later. Basically, they take the stitches out. Now, for me, I have a certain condition where my blood has a difficulty as far as clotting and such. So I'm on actual blood thinners. They call it an anticoagulant or such, and I'm on blood thinners. Maybe because of my height, maybe the blood couldn't flow, maybe my blood was too thick. That's what my hematologist says. My blood was just too thick. So basically, there goes the blood thinners. So something I got to deal with. Um, right now, on the most part, I feel pretty good, pretty good. So the thing is, everything that's going on, it does work to your favor a little bit because now you're feeling better. You could actually kind of get around a little bit easier. But there's certain things that you need to use while you're trying to get around. Um, Basically, after you have the first stitches removed, I went back like a week later. I had a couple that were bleeders, and there was about 40 of them. 40, it wasn't stitches, but it was staples. Doctors will use either one. Staples looked like a giant zipper. Um, so anyway, they took half of the staples out, left half of them in. I came back there. I went back to his office. He took the second half of the staples out, and everything was all right after that. So that was about an extra, uh, like, call it 2 weeks. Okay. Took our time. Make sure everything's healing right. Um, so it was like a total of 4 weeks. And basically, we made an appointment with the prosthesis, and this is going to be your first step to going in for your prosthetic leg. Uh, the first thing that they do when you get over there is like a 2 week. They give you a thing that's called a shrinker. Now, this is actually what the shrinker looks like. And all it is like a sock. It goes over your residual. And it's kind of tight fitting. Okay. Some of them do have like rubber uh, dots all over it that it holds into your leg better. Now, the thing is, you may be a little swollen. It's going to hurt putting these on. So, the thing is, this is what happens with this, okay? This thing here, they give, my prosthesis man, he gave me this tube. Now, you can see I loaded the sock onto the tube, okay? Stretches over the tube, and then you can bring this end back up. I'm going to use my fist, but the thing is, this is stretched out. So what I could do, okay, pretend like this is my leg. I bring it over and slide it on through. And it goes onto my leg. Okay? So basically, they're going to have you do that. My prosthesis, the man that did my prosthesis, he told me he wants to see it come down a little bit better. So, ace bandage. Okay, now, here's the thing. Everybody has their own preference. I mean, this is like a 4-inch, and then you got like a 6-inch base. Now, if you look, there are different sizes. This one is extremely long. This is like top notch. I think the price is a lot more. You could get these things at many different stores. You could get them brick and mortar stores. You could go. Uh, Sometimes you could order them at different pharmacies, brick and mortar stores, and then they even have mail order. You can get them. Google it and say you want Ace Wrap. They'll give you different sources. Sometimes you can get things Wayfair, Amazon, maybe even eBay, as far as any type of equipment. So the thing is, you could obtain a lot of things that I'm showing you off of different websites. All you have to do is put the name, Google it in, say you're looking for Ace Wrap, and they'll show you. Wrapping is like a figure eight. Okay, you're going to start, and then you're going to make like a figure eight, come up, around, back down, figure eight, and keep going around and around and making that figure eight on your residual. The thing is, prosthesis, the man with the prosthesis, he could show you how to do a figure eight. If he's suggesting to use one, follow his rules. Okay? Some of them may have different things that they want to do. Okay? Some of them, all you need is a shrinker alone. But some of them, they want to speed things up. Use an ace bandage. So, anyway, you got the ace bandage, you got the shrinker on. You're going for about 2 weeks. Well, what happens next is that same liner that we showed you, and this is the liner. It's got a pin in there. Okay. And basically, this is the same way that you're going to take this liner. You're going to actually invert it. Okay. In other videos, I'm going to show you all this. And you're going to invert the liner so it's flipped inside out. It's like a spongy silicone type soft, very soft material. So basically, you're putting this onto your residual, okay, and then you're sliding it over the residual, okay. So once you got it on your residual limb, okay, what happens is they'll wrap it in plastic. This is after 2 weeks of wearing the shrinker, approximately 2 weeks. They'll take a cast, they'll wrap this in plastic, then they'll put like a couple socks on it, okay, over the top. Uh, the prosthesis man, he'll probably do this. I'm saying prosthesis man, prosthesis person. So they'll put a scale on there. They'll attach it so that you're pulling off like 10 pounds. That way your leg's not going to drop off of you. There's not going to be as much slop in the leg when you are wearing it. So they add that extra 10 pounds, a little pull. So this is on your leg. This is the residual. And it's there. They wrap it with the plastic. They put a couple socks over it. Plastic is to protect the liner. The liners, they run a few $100. A good 100. Like, could be 3, could be 5. It varies. And sometimes you get them without the pin, and there's like a suction device, okay, that basically you're using a vacuum. And then on the side of the leg, there'll be a little button. We'll get into that later too. But for right now, they're going to wrap your leg with the plastic, with the sock, and they're going to put a cast on top. Okay. Now, about 5 minutes after they do the casting, it'll be pretty much set up. And then they could pull the whole thing off. They have a perfect impression of your leg. Okay. What they do at that point, they take a clear plastic and they'll make that impression of your leg and they'll drop this plastic piece over. It's like a clear plastic. It's actually a test socket. They'll put the foot on, they'll put everything, your shoe on it and everything else, and then they're going to have you walk in that. They're going to be able to see your leg through it, and then they're going to be able to visualize, hey, how's the material looking? Is there any bruising? How does it feel? And once everything's good there, then they're ready to build it. So it's like, okay, everything's good. You're back there. They took the impression. 2 weeks later, they're ready to size you up. The clear one's fitting good. And then probably 3 or 4 weeks after that. I mean, we're talking that it could take from time of amputation until the time that you get the prosthesis. It could be 2 to 3 months. So what you want to do, exercise as much as you can. Lift your legs, do leg lifts, raise them up, okay? Make sure your blood's flowing the right way. Make sure that a lot of things are going the right way. What happens is once they start building your leg, basically you now have carbon fiber, okay? And this is the leg, okay? Now, the thing is, there is a piece missing on this, okay? It's actually removed for a reason. I had a little swelling on my leg when we were working with it, so we took the center piece out, okay? Center piece is this. This is kind of the socket, okay? There's where the pin goes, and basically pin fits through and then it locks into the other leg. This is on your leg. This is on the socket inside the carbon fiber leg. And then your foot's on the bottom. That's what's being held on right here. Right here is what's being held on. So basically, like I'm saying, it could be 2 to 3 months. When I got up on the prosthesis, it was a little slow go. Uh, Basically, after that, I went through about, I think it was 16 sessions of physical therapy, and each session was 45 minutes. It was twice a week. So basically, that comes out to 2 months, 8 weeks, 2 months. So basically, I was walking. Okay. At first, I was in a wheelchair. Then I switched to a walker. Then I switched to a cane. And by uh, the end of May, uh, I was able to walk with a cane, and even without. I carried the cane because you kind of like, well, okay, if I have to walk over obstacles, any rocks, any type of lawn, or anything like that, yeah, the cane is like a security blanket. But as you go, you're going to get better and better. And that's the thing. That's what you're looking for, is to get better, and then you got your freedom again. You could actually do whatever you want. Prosthesis is built differently. So when you go to the prosthetic, for the prosthetic, uh, make sure you answer a lot of questions, and you shoot some questions past them. Tell them, hey, this is what I do. This is, I want to ride a bike. I want to go jogging. I want to walk. I want to do yard work. Okay, I was ready to get a vacuum style. Okay, until I told him that I wanted to do work around the house, a little work around the house, and he was like, "Good God." Problem with a vacuum style is if you puncture the liner at all, you got to buy a new liner. So if you're being rough with it, that's a no-go. And if you sit behind a desk or such and you're pushing paper all day, you're not getting extremely energetic with it, yeah, you're going to be all right. If you're, you know, nails are flying, sparks are flying everywhere, I mean, the liners are going to blow out very quick. And I don't think, a prosthesis, the person doing the prosthetic, they don't want to just keep selling you liner after liner after liner. They want to make sure that, hey, you're doing good by what you get. You want to do a little running? They'll set you up with a foot inside the shoe. Okay, they're gonna set you up with a different foot for your prosthetic, one that actually takes more shock, so that if you're running to catch a bus, you could do that. If you're running up and down stairs, you could do it. If you're running the track, that's a different one. And they'll get you set up. They'll get you set up the right way. So anyway, I do have a lot more to come with the different things. We'll show you more with the prosthesis. We'll show you a lot different things. I mean, different types of prosthesis, different types of, the footing. Like I said, you got to give yourself some time. You got some time to heal. Good luck to you on everything. About I'm saying 3 months. 3 months, you're going to go see your prosthesis man, and they're going to set you up. Okay. The thing is, you're going to have a lot of decisions to make on what type of prosthesis do you want. It's not one size fits all either. So when you're looking at it, it's meant just for you. They're building it for you. You're going to say, why is the price so high? Well, it's meant just for you, not anybody else. You could go to other sources and say, hey, I could get one on eBay used. No, you can't. uh, maybe if you're lucky enough that the guy's residual is the right length, the right diameter, everything's right about it. These things are like fingerprints, they match you. Okay? Um, so, you know, you gotta buyer beware. buy buy brand new. Buy brand new. It costs a little bit. A lot of insurance companies, they pay for them. Uh, you have to check with your insurance company to make sure. The thing is, they do have terms that you could actually do so that you could, you know, buy these things and maybe you can get on a payment plan. Depends on where you're getting your prosthetic made. So, with that being said, I'm going to be off right now. I hope that everybody actually gets a little bit off of these videos, and I hope to be posting another one soon. Until that time, you know, good luck with your healing. Good luck with the new uh, realm in your life. Basically, it's difficult at first, but it gets better, and we're going to talk about all kinds of different things. I mean, there could be different ways to set up your house because you have a prosthesis now, or maybe you don't have a prosthesis yet, but maybe there's a way to set up your house. Maybe you found some things that actually work out. Bring them to my attention. Drop me a line somehow, and you could get subscribe or such, and get in touch with me. Maybe there's some things that you'd like to share with other people. I could bring them up, and the thing is, I mean, we're kind of going together with a lot of these things, and it works. It works for you. There are groups that you could actually join to if you feel the need to. Actually, my wife belongs to a group, and she says it's a little different because um, I actually will do the dishes. I'll try to clean up around the house. I'll try to do whatever I can in whatever area there is. Um, the thing is, it's not much right now because I'm learning how to walk with two legs now, two prostheses. I'm going to try to bring you a video of that next time, and I'll show you my first journey out, and that way it gives you a better idea. So, anyway, I'm going to be off and keep looking for our videos. I'm hoping that I could do a good number of them. We'll get past this whole journey together. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye now.